Hello everyone, my name is Viswandita Sahu. Today our team is going to present near you about a serious issue, that is overuse of social media. Our team consists of 20 members and we are from C.V. Raman Global University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. In this video, we are going to explain you about the cause and problems that are happening due to overuse of social media. At the end of the video, please do visit and fill your honest opinion in the Google survey form that is in the description. So now let's watch a small teaser to get a basic idea about what we are going to do in this. So now I would like to invite Abhishek Kumar Raj.
Thank you, Vishwavandita. Hello, everyone. This is Abhishek Kumar Raj, and I welcome you all to this studio. Now, let us start and understand first what is social media. Social media refers to interaction among the people in which they create, share, or exchange information and ideas in virtual communities and networks. Social refers to instinctual needs humans to connect with other humans. Media, what we use to make connections with other humans. Combining this, we can say that social media used for social interaction. Social media is about sociology and physiology more than technology. Some of the popular social media which we are using in our day-to-day life are WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, blogging platform, Instagram. Now, let us look why social media is important. Compelling and relevant content will grab the attention of potential customers and increase brand visibility. You can respond almost instantly to industry development and become heard in your field. It can be much cheaper than traditional advertising and promotional activities. Social content can indirectly boost links to website content by appearing in universal search results, improving search traffic and online sales. You can deliver improved customer service and respond effectively to feedback. Customers can find you through new channels, generating more leads. Increased loyalty and advocacy from the customers you have connected with. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Rishabh for further information.
Thank you, Ms. Vandita. Let's talk about some statistics. Each day, Facebook users spend 10.5 billion minutes online on social network. There are approximately 58 million tweets sent per day. About 350 million photos are uploaded to the Facebook each day. 95% of teens aged 12 to 17 are using internet. 26% are using Twitter and 11% are on Instagram. Teens are willingly to meet with a stranger. 16% of the teens consider meeting someone they have only talked to online, and 8% have actually met someone they only knew online. 75% of the children are willingly to share personal information online about themselves and their family in exchange of goods and services. 29% of relationships involving sex crimes were initiated by social networking sites. So have a look on this graph in which we see that Facebook emerges as the top used social platform, followed by YouTube and WhatsApp.
Thank you, Rishabh. Now I would like to call Astha Sonal for further information.
for calling my name. Now, the problem is, why do people overuse social platforms? And the answer is definitely not that because they like it. So, let's discuss about it through some points. And the first point is, according to a new study by Harvard University, self-disclosure on social networking sites lights up the same part of the brain that also ignites when taking an addictive substance. The reward area in the brain and its chemical messenger pathways affect decisions and sensations. Second, when someone experiences something rewarding or uses an addictive substance, neurons in the principal dopamine producing areas in the brain are activated, causing dopamine levels to rise. Therefore, the brain receives a reward and associates the drug or activity with positive reinforcement. Third, this is observable in social media uses. When an individual gets a notification, such as a like or a mention, the brain receives a rush of dopamine and sends it along reward pathways, causing him or her to feel pleasure. Fourth, social media provides an endless amount of immediate rewards in the form of attention from others to relatively minimal effect. Therefore, the brain rewires itself through the positive reinforcement, making people desire likes, retweets, and emoticon reactions. Fifth, another perpetuating factor of social media addiction is the fact that the reward centers of the brain are most active when people are talking about themselves. Sixth, social media is all about showing off one's life and accomplishments. So people talk about themselves a staggering 80% of the time. When a person posts a picture and gets positive social feedback, it stimulates the brain to release dopamine, which again rewards that behavior and perpetuates the social media habit. Seventh, social media becomes problematic when someone views social networking sites as an important coping mechanism to relieve stress, loneliness, and depression. For these people, social media use provides continuous rewards that they are not receiving in real life and end up engaging in the activity more and more. Thank you.
Thank you, Asta Sonal. Now, I would like to call Kisan Gupta for further inputs.
Now let's talk about FOMO, the biggest driving force behind use of social media. Social media is only the tip of the iceberg, resulting in numerous complex psychological issues and disorders. One of these being a condition known as a fear of missing out. FOMO levels are highest in young people and in particular, young men as shown in figure 2. In January 2012, a survey of 768 adults and 60 teenagers showed that social media appeared to cause higher levels of FOMO in men than in women. FOMO is high in those who engage in distracted driving, showing that keeping tabs on their peers is more important to them than their lives as well as lives of others. It has been suggested that individuals with a high levels of FOMO operate in a vicious cycle. They feel increasingly lonely because they substitute so much social media contact for real face time with others, which in turn increases their sense of isolation further. Thank you.
Thank you, Kisan. Now, I would like to invite Arpit, Abhishek Abhinav, Abhigyan, and Jivan Jyoti Vishwal.
Let's discuss about the consequence of overuse of social platforms for mental health effect. Dr. Larry Cohen has studied and researched the mental health effect of social media on individuals. He claims young people with a strong Facebook presence tended towards antisocial tendencies. Nowadays, people are spending too much time on social media, due to which they have to suffer from anxiety and depression. False connection, sense of false connection. According to the Cornell University, Social media can make it difficult to differentiate between the relationship between the real and the relationship which we can make on social media.
Now, let's move to the next consequence, which is depression and anxiety. Research suggests that people who limit their time on social media tend to be happier than those who don't. Studies also indicate that social media may trigger an array of negative emotions in users that contribute to or worsen their depression symptoms. For those with social anxiety who feel more comfortable behind a computer screen, there may be a tendency to rely too much on social networking sites to the exclusion of trying to make real-world connections.
Now we go for the fourth consequence, that is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying or cyber harassment is a form of bullying or harassment using electronic means. Cyberbullying and cyber harassment are also known as online bullying. It has become increasingly common, especially among teenagers, as the digital sphere has expanded and technology has advanced. Cyberbullying includes sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean content about someone else. It can include sharing personal or private information about someone else, causing embarrassment or humiliation. Some cyberbullying crosses the line into unlawful or criminal behavior. Like all forms of bullying, cyberbullying causes psychological, emotional, and physical stress. Each person's response to being bullied is unique, but research has shown some general tendencies. StopBullying.government reports that youth who are bullied have a higher risk of depression and anxiety. 50% of teens have reported being cyberbullied. Simply visiting a website that bashes a student is considering cyberbullying. Over 20% of cyberbullying victims are 15% of sexting victims are contemplated suicide.
Now let's move towards the next consequence, that is social impact on health. First one, carpal tunnel syndrome. Anything that squeezes or irritates the median nerve in the carpal tunnel may lead to this syndrome. How it causes? It causes due to activity that demands repetitive movements of the finger and wrist. Second one, fatigue. Late night browsing or any social media activity can cause to loss of your valuable sleep. Third one, lack of exercise. During these days, all people are more active on social media rather playing exercise or any outdoor games. Fourth one, eye problems. You can get eye strain if you focus more on screens.
Now, I would like to call Astha Singh and Sivan Singh.
Now, we can conclude from this PPT that social media is a really convenient and important communication network for all the people nowadays. We can use it now to know friends and keep contact with friends that came from different countries. We can also share our ideas so quickly so that all the things could develop so fast because people could tell us their ideas and we could improve it immediately. People could also sell things on social media freely, which could reduce the expenditure of advertisements. There are more advantages for using social media. However, there is always advantages and disadvantages for a thing. As social media is too convenient for people, almost most of them don't even have to speak out to communicate with people.
The more serious problem is many people utilize the power of social media and use it to bully someone. The power of social media is also same as the one in real life. A little of them use social media to do things that against the law, which is a fool behavior. Social media changed the life so much. Our life became more convenient because social media is a very useful tool for us in 21st century. It could help us to improve our life. However, we have to be aware of how we use them. If we could use the social media smartly, having social media will be a great change to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Astha and Sivan. It is likely to say that don't use social media to impress people. Use it to impact on people. Thank you so much for watching the whole video. If you like the discussion, please do hit like button. In the next video, we will discuss about the solutions of this problem. Thank you.